10 days off turned out to be just what this team needs. Tennessee bounces back tonight with a total dominant win over Louisville, 83-62. Frank, House of Orange TV, hit the like, the share. We're within 20 of 5,000. Hit it. Hit that subscribe button. Let's get this thing up there this week. Tennessee 83, Louisville 62. Honestly, man, this was one where Tennessee took control and never looked back. It was really never in doubt, to be honest with you, as Tennessee pretty much dominated most of this game. And, first half they pushed it out to around 11. It was hovering around there. Louisville cut it to 6. Tennessee got it back out, went into halftime. Let me look back. I'm pretty sure they were upset. 34-27. And then second half, Tennessee dominated 49-35. Story of the night to me was they dominated in the paint. Jalen Carey first half was really key in that. You had three guys at double figures for Tennessee tonight with Jalen Carey. He had a double-double, 12 and 10. Of course, they were led by Jacoby Gillespie, 23 points tonight for him. Nate Ament went for 13.7 rebounds. And then you had kind of a combination of guys tonight. Felix Okpara went for 8. Dwayne Brown started tonight in the place of Cade Phillips. He didn't have any points in 16 minutes. He did have 5 rebounds on the night. Bishop Boswell had his night of 5 points, 4 boards, 3 assists, 2 steals, no turnovers. JP Estrella, he only played 9 minutes, but 6 points for him tonight. So it's pretty obvious they're limiting his minutes right now, especially if these next 2 games, which are basically, I don't remember if it was Rob Lewis or Grant Ramey of AllQuest.com turned it, buy-in games. These next 2 that they have, it's basically, glorified beatdowns that are coming up, or it should be anyways. I would say you'll see Estrella play minimal during that time. And then after that, hopefully his minutes amp up come conference time. I would like to see him use Dwayne Brown a little bit more, kind of get him more acclimated in as well. I like his potential on it. Couple things that stood out. I've not finished going down the box score, obviously, but if you go down as well, Estrella had 6 points in 9 minutes. Carey in 24 minutes, 12 and 10. He's a big part of this moving forward for me. He just brings a dynamic and an element to this team. And I said it preseason. I said it before. I said it when they got him. I said, I love this pickup. He is a guy who can do things down low that they've not had really since Grant Williams. You could say to an extent John Fulkerson did, but Carey is that more physical guy. He's not afraid of contact. He's not afraid of getting out there, beating and banging along the way. Ethan Berg, I thought, did good things tonight in 12 minutes. He had 5 points, 1 assist. It did have a couple turnovers and a steal. Troy Henderson, no points. Troy Henderson in 5 minutes had 2 personal fouls. That's it. That's not going to gain him much playing time. This, to me, might be the most hilarious stat line of the night. And it's kind of impressive in a couple of ways. Amari Evans, 7 minutes, 7 points, 3 of 3 field goals, 1 of 1 from three-point range. Did have 1 turnover, but he also had 5 fouls in 7 minutes. If that's not the definition of hacksaw, I don't know what is on it. But that's pretty impressive. He can foul at that rate, and pretty impressive he can score at that rate, a point per minute and almost a foul per minute. That's just something you don't see very often there as well. Amari Abrams, 13 minutes, 4 points. He's a guy I'm curious to see what his minutes are. I still think he can be a big part of this moving forward. But, obviously Louisville's out without their big freshman, Mikael Brown. You know what it is, what it is. Nobody's going to have sympathy for you if a guy's out. It is what it is. Next man up. And I'm not even going to compare Brown being out to Cade Phillips. It's a totally different thing as well. But, there's the last couple games, Kansas, one of their main guys was out. I think Syracuse had a main player out. I'm trying to think after that one. I don't know. I may be wrong. I can't remember if Illinois had anybody out or not. But, it's a case of it works for you, it works against you. So tonight, though, I don't think it matters. I think that this team played like what we've expected. We saw the Houston game. We saw how things went then, how they played. They got down, they come back, they didn't quit. This team tonight was, they were on a mission tonight. And, again, at the half, the things that stood out to me at the half was they had hit 1 3-pointer, and their free throw percentage was horrible at that point. Tells you how well they did the second half, because free throw percentage for the night ended up 64%. Yeah, that needs to be worked on, but it was like 33% going into the half. 3-point percentage for the night, 39%. First half, it was under 20% on it. So they got hot in the second half. Jacoby Gillespie was a big part of both of those improving, because he was 10 of 10 from the free throw line. 3-pointers on the night. Jacoby Gillespie was, I had it up here, 3 out of 7. Not too bad. I think that's pretty reasonable. Nate Ament was 2 out of 4. Ethan Berg, 1 out of 2. Amari Evans, 1 out of 1. Amari Abram, 0 out of 2. JP Estrella did take one. He missed that as well. But, a talking point, I think, out of this too, because I've seen some of your comments on here, and I've said it too. We've got to have more out of Nate Ament. Tonight was not bad. That's not bad. I still want to see more moving forward out of him. But, if you looked at his numbers, 5 out of 11, 2 out of 4, not a bad night for him. Not a bad night at all with him. 26 minutes, so his minutes were down a little. And I think that's good that they managed it. Your main minutes guys tonight was Gillespie at 34, Akpar at 31, Boswell 23, Carey 24, Ament 26. And I still say Nate Ament, when it's all said and done, we're going to sit here and say, they were patient with him. They let him work through it. I'm still saying it's going to pay off. It's going to pay off at some point. It's coming. It is coming. He's going to, and it might be SEC play, because I'm not that concerned on the next two, but SEC play, he's going to go off with it. He might against Gardner-Webb. He might against South Carolina State, one of these next two games. Who knows? Because Tennessee plays Sunday. Looks like 3 p.m. against Gardner-Webb. They're off for 9 days. Play South Carolina State on December 30th at 8 o'clock. And then it's SEC plays. They go to Arkansas on January the 3rd. But big win tonight. Needed it. And it was one I caught some people in the comments. I said, I think we're coming through tonight. I didn't know that it would be this, but they came through. Getting back to my point, though, I've seen some of your comments. We should have spent the money on Isaac McKinney. Guess how many points Isaac McKinney had tonight? 5 in 35 minutes. Tennessee held him to 2 out of 10, 1 out of 7, 1 rebound. He didn't do jack shit tonight. That's what he did. So do you want to pay him $3 or $4 million opposed to Nate Ament? Okay, you're wanting your coach fired if you're doing that. I would have taken him. Don't get me wrong on that. But no. They shut him down tonight. A lot of credit to Bishop Boswell, Abram, whoever they put on. Telling you guys, Bishop Boswell's not going to score 20 points a game. He's a stud. He can play, man. He can play. There will be some games where he goes for 10 to 15 points on it. He does what he needs to. He's kind of your this year's Jemai Mashak in a respect. And he can hit the shot when he needs to. He does a lot of the dirty work, though. He plays the defense. He can get that open layup. He had some pretty sweet plays tonight. He's your guy to put on kind of your best wing dude, and he gets it done. That's Rick Barnes is going to have that guy. That's the Rick Barnes style. There's going to be those guys like a Jemai Mashak, a Bishop Boswell, who are going to do that. Guys who probably could score more. That's not their role, though, on this. The scorers on this team are Jacoby Gillespie, Nate Ament, and now you're getting more into Jalen Carey. And I think once you get JP Estrella going more, he's going to be a big option. This team we saw tonight was a team that could beat anybody in the country. Great job. Great bounce back. That was one thing to me after the Illinois game. I said, this might be a blessing in disguise that this team's getting 10 days off. They had 3 tough losses in a row. I can't really sit here and say they should have beat Illinois because Illinois pretty much dominated them in the second half. There's no doubt they should have beat Kansas and Syracuse. Though they had those were very winnable games. Illinois was winnable. I mean, you were up to half, but second half was not good, and they did not shoot well. Flaws going forward, free throw shooting. We got to fix the free throw shooting. 3-point shooting, it's going to be hit and miss. I don't feel this is a great shooting team. I think there will be some nights. It's going to go a lot on what Gillespie does because he's a lot of nights going to be firing 3-pointers. 3 out of 7 is not a bad night for him. That's not a bad night at all. I mean, that's over 40%. You take that any night of the week on it. Looking at the total stat, I mean, another thing tonight, Tennessee in the paint, they dominated. It ended up being closer in the grand scheme of things paint-wise, but, looking at it, trying to think, bench points, I mean, Tennessee absolutely annihilated Illinois on bench, 34-3. Points in the paint, 42-30. It was 28-10 in the first half, and Louisville did outscore them 20-14 in the second, so Louisville kind of rebounded there. But that was the difference to me was that first half, 28-10. They just dominated on it. Tennessee 16-4 in fast break points. Field goal percentage, Tennessee held them low tonight. Let me get back. I'm pulling 2 stats. I don't like the way they put them on UT Sports tonight. Tennessee held Louisville 38% field goal percentage. That 21% from 3-point range on it. Neither team shot free throws worth a dime. 61-64 Louisville, Tennessee, respectively. Tennessee out-rebounded 35-30. 19-8 in steals advantage Tennessee, 8-5 in 19-8 in assists, 8-5 in steals, 5-1 in blocks. Only 11 turnovers for Tennessee, 16 for Louisville. Fast break points, Tennessee 16, Louisville 4, 42-30 points in the paint. Just Tennessee's largest lead of the night, 25 points. Louisville's was 2 early in the game. Tennessee never looked back. Great performance, great bounce back. Again, these next 2 should be 2 pretty easy wins. This will boost their resume because in bracketology this week they had Tennessee as a 6th seed. Where you can make up for that and your difference is in SEC play. Coming in, getting the job done, building with where they go as well. And again, a key to me is going to be when they up JP Estrella's minutes. When I think he's going to be a real big part of this team moving forward. But again, great win, great night, great bounce back, very much needed tonight. Not only was a win needed, but they emphatically won tonight. This has got to be a confidence booster for this team. They get a couple games to work on some things against other competition. And then we'll see how it is come SEC plays. They're starting off with a tough Arkansas team on the road. So we'll find out a lot about this team in conference early on. But that's all I got tonight, guys. Frank, House of Orange, it's a great night to wear orange, and I'll see you when I see you.